All right, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good. Great.
So, how many of you guys know what a lucid dream is? Any of y'all? Okay, well, a lucid dream is basically a dream that a person has, but like while they're dreaming, they're aware that it's not reality. They're aware that it's actually a dream. So, also, how many of you guys know what an electroencephalograph is? Just a few of y'all. An electroencephalograph, or an EEG, is basically a machine that measures brain's electrical activity, and it like displays eye movements on a screen or something. But we'll go more into that later. I just hope by the end of this, y'all know how to use both of those things to manipulate your own dreams. And maybe if you're living through or going through a rough patch in your life, you can live vicariously through your dreams. All right. So, anyways. Oh shit. The first key to understanding dreams is knowing their origin. The study of dreams began in 1953 by Eugene Asterinsky and Nathaniel Kleitman with the discovery of rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep. And REM sleep is basically a kind of sleep that occurs at intervals during the night. It's characterized by rapid eye movements, obviously, faster pulse and breathing, things like that. In October 2003, Chip Brown of Smithsonian published an account of the exact moment Asterinsky discovered REM sleep. The story basically goes that one night Asterinsky got his 8-year-old son, and instead of giving him a kiss on the head goodnight like most parents would do, he taped a bunch of electrodes to his head and attached them to
Go to the keyboard and hit F5.
All right. An electroencephalograph, a machine that measures brain's electrical activity, like I said earlier. And he left the room and left his son for a few hours. And then a little bit later, he noticed the machine going very bonkers. So he went in there, assuming that his son woke up, and he saw his son fast asleep, but simultaneously, the eye movements were off the charts and the brain activity was abnormally high. The machine in general was being very sporadic, so that was when he knew he made an important breakthrough. In 1963, his PhD advisor Nathaniel Kleitman published Sleep and Wakefulness. It's a reprint of a book he had started a few decades prior. He basically added that Asterinsky's discovery of REM sleep, documented his relentless research on the origin of dreams, but the most important thing he added was the first ever proposal of an idea where a person could be dreaming and yet be aware that they were dreaming, which is today known as a lucid dream. A dream where the dreamer is aware that they're dreaming. Within the dream, they can have control over their environment, characters, narrative, things like that, basically. But like I said, this concept was more of, I guess you could call it a theory. It wasn't definitively proven until 1990 when Dr. Keith Hearn published Dream Machine. This was the first ever time that someone had definitively proven that lucid dreaming was indeed a real thing. And so he basically said that he discovered this by getting a test subject, a person who had recorded having, or who said they had frequent lucid dreams, and he had them memorize a sequence of eye movements, so like left, right, up, down, basically something to where the subject couldn't accidentally do it, to where like they had to intentionally do it, you know. So he tested subject to an electroencephalograph, had them go to sleep, and about 18 minutes in, he saw the test subject, he saw the exact eye movements, the left, right, up, down thing on the machine. And so he was exhilarated because this was literally the first time in recorded history that there was documented communication from the dream state to the outside world. On October 19, 2017, Dr. Delholm Aspie of the University of Adelaide conducted research on ways that people can increase the chance of them having a lucid dream. And in there he listed 3 really basic steps to increasing the chances of lucid dream. They're listed right here on the screen. Step number 1 is to do frequent reality tests. A reality test, an example of one would be something like this. So you get your index finger, and you try to stick it through your palm. Obviously, when you're awake, your palm will stop your index finger and you'll feel it. But the idea is, if you make this like a regular part of, or if you make it second nature basically, when you're in a dream, you try to do this and your finger goes through your palm and then you're like, holy shit, I'm dreaming, you know? So, step number 2, don't use any electronics at least an hour prior to falling asleep. Pretty self-explanatory because research shows that electronics can, or you looking at bright screens before you go to sleep can hinder someone's ability to fall into a deep sleep. Step number 3, that is not a typo, a WBTB, or awake back to bed. So what you do in that instance is you set an alarm about 5 hours after you fall asleep, and then it's literally just supposed to wake you up so you can fall back to sleep. The idea behind it is to stimulate brain activity to increase the chances of having like a lucid dream when you go back to sleep. You're not even really supposed to open your eyes for it. In the study, he got 47 random people, and for 1 week he asked them to report any lucid dreams they had, and less than 17% reported having lucid dreams. And after applying these tips, that number increased to 46% of them having 2 or more lucid dreams within the following week. So bottom line is, if any of you want a second chance at being with your crush in middle school that you didn't get to be with, or if you want a chance to catch that winning touchdown that you may have dropped, these tips may be for you, and you can make your wildest fantasies feel like reality, literally.